friends, welcome back to another video. If you're new, my name is Nat Moran and I live on the road full time with my two dogs, Agron and Pike. Today's video is going to be way different than anything I've ever produced, and I'm so excited because there's so much cool things to see in this video. Now, I know you guys are probably ready for me to get back on the road and have that new camper, and trust me, I am too. I've been looking and looking for a camper, and I am just trying to be patient and find the right one that's gonna work best for my lifestyle with my dogs. Now, in the meantime, I'm still looking for a job, but I did land a temporary gig where I got to work the Ferrari Challenge in Sonoma. I just left my dogs and I am so sad. My heart. Anyway, I am driving Chalupa up north. I'm going to Northern California for 10 days and I'm doing a work job. Like, it's just a temporary gig, but it's gonna be super cool. I don't know how much I'm gonna film because I don't know how many of you guys are even interested in this, but I'm gonna share little bits and pieces of this journey. Sadly, I can't bring my boys with me on this trip, but I do have Priya, which is Donya's dog, and I'm meeting Donya up in Monterey, and then we're going up to Sonoma, and we're gonna be working the Ferrari Challenge. Since leaving the campground, I've been on the hunt for a new job. So in the meantime, an awesome opportunity to be a part of one of the most iconic series events that Ferrari puts on in North America came available. As this video progresses, I'll share more details about the event I'll be working and why it's so interesting to motorsport enthusiasts. All right, I just pulled into the hotel. It's like 70 degrees. It is amazing outside. So I'm gonna go get settled, wait for Donya to show up, and I'm sure Priya is much ready to get out of the car like I am. Okay, we are in the hotel. Yeah, we're in the hotel. Yes, we are. We are. Oh my goodness, sweet little girl. Sweet little girl. I miss my dogs so much, but I'm glad that little Priya's here to keep me company. Just waiting on Mama Donya to get here. Yes, yes. Are you cute little chocolate puppies? Are you little cute little chocolate nuggets? Yes, you are. I went into town to get some breakfast and some coffee, and I realized that I brought half of my mic. I left the other piece in the hotel room, so I'm sorry guys, this might be a little bit wonky audio for the next couple of clips. And we're gonna go climb these stairs right here and go check out the ocean. Today I have a little bit of downtime before things start to get crazy, so I wanted to go explore Monterey and Pebble Beach before I hit the road to Sonoma, but I've got Donya with me, but she's working today, so I'm on errand mission. So I'm gonna go pick up a few things for the company and get things ready to go, and then we've got the 3-hour drive up north, and that's when the things really get interesting and busy, and that's why I want to film as much as I can now, because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film later. But later this week I'll get to show you guys the Ferrari Challenge and show you some of the cars and some of the races and kind of go from there, and I think that's going to be super cool. I just had an audience. There's a gentleman back there watching me. And there was a time that I would have been so self-conscious about filming in front of people like that, but whatever. She's so excited. While this content isn't exactly related to full-time road life, it is related to my experiences on the road. I wish my dogs could have joined on this adventure, but they were back in Southern California hanging out with my amazing mom. Over these last few years, I've learned that there's really no true definition to being a full-time nomad. Each person has their own journey. As a new day passes and another page added to my book, I can say this is how road life is for me. Being able to adapt and overcome the various hurdles has made my story unique to me. A fun kind of personal fact and also real fact is that my favorite movie was filmed in this area, and part of it was filmed in Monterey, and that is Star Trek: The Voyage Home, the one with the whales. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. Live long, prosper. My dad was in the United States Navy back then, and he was in San Francisco, and they actually asked if he wanted to be one of the Navy guys in one of the scenes, and it's just really funny. So it's kind of like a special movie for our family. So being in Monterey, Dad, this is for you. The reason I went to Pebble Beach first was because Donya worked the Concourse de Elegance. This is one of the biggest motorsports events that takes place in this area, where style, passion, and history are on display for all who want to see. I planned on going to Big Sur while I was in the area, but the road was still closed due to the big slide that happened earlier this year. Regardless, it was a beautiful time in Monterey. Right now waiting for Donya to get done, and then we're heading up to Sonoma. There's a lot of events going on right now. From what I've been told, this is the biggest motorsports event of the year in Pebble Beach, and all of these motorsports enthusiasts are coming down here to show off their rigs, to see the new lineups, and to just go test drive and do the things, and it's a big production. I'm gonna pick up Donya, we're gonna get lunch, head up to Sonoma, get settled, and then get this gig started. There she is. After picking up Donya, we loaded up and drove to Sonoma, California. The route took us straight through the heart of San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco so many times, but it's always a treat to see the infamous Golden Gate Bridge. However, if you're heading this direction, be prepared for traffic.
Better on dirt roads.
I think so. Mornings start early when working in production. We were up and ready to go by 6 a.m. almost every day, and our days ended well into the night. The behind-the-scenes tasks require tons of planning, managing, and a full labor force. These long days and short nights are a small price to pay when dealing with the scale of this type of an event. While I wasn't hired to be a part of the labor crew, I was the production crew's main support system. I was a gopher, or a runner, and my job was essential to the success of the mission.
This is what it takes to feed the crew.
I did occasionally help with setting up and tearing down the sets, but my role was mainly running into town to grab supplies, pick up orders, or purchase last-minute needed items. And most importantly, feeding the crew. I spent most of my day driving from the Sonoma Raceway to Napa, Sonoma, and Novato, and back. This company does all of the Ferrari challenges across the United States each year, at least during their contracted time frame. For the Sonoma location, they opted to rent a fifth-wheel RV for their on-site base camp office. It worked out perfectly as it allowed a comfortable place for not only Donya, Priya, and I to crash in, but also a place for the crew to work and escape the heat, grab a snack, and relax when taking a much-needed break. My bad for the night. It also created an extra element of safety, knowing that there were people on site at all times. It's not uncommon for people walking by to pilfer and take the Ferrari branded items that are used to decorate the locations.
This is who does all the hard work right here. This is the hero of the day.
Oh, you are. You're doing all the fun stuff. Stuff that takes away Donya.
It's all fun stuff.
Not a bad gig. Look at what you're driving around in.
I know. Fancy car. It took me 15 minutes how to figure out how to lower the seats.
In all seriousness, I did a lot of driving. And now I'm in a Grand Wagoneer getting a car wash. And now I'm in an Escalade.
I think it's fancy. Took me 15 minutes to figure out how to use that.
And now I'm driving a new Expedition.
They're super fancy, but at least it didn't take me quite as long to do that.
All right, I'm giving a 15-passenger van a test drive. Maybe
maybe this would be something I could live out of. I spent hours each day running back and forth into town, grabbing whatever was needed. It ranged from picking up items from the local printing office, finding the right bolts and screws with the washers to go with, to purchasing a TV from Best Buy because one of the on-site TVs had water damage. But I always found time to stop and smell the roses. There's a lot that goes into putting a production like the Ferrari Challenge together. There's a lot of things that need to happen in order for the race to be successful. It takes about a week before and a week after a 3-day event to get this up and running and this production going, and all of these people coming in to unload and reload. It's organized chaos, and it has made me appreciate these events 10 times more because these people are busting their tail. They're working so hard. I'm just so thankful to be a part of that. You know, I mean, it's hard work, it's fulfilling work, and yeah, so we are having fun, learning so much, and I hope this content's exciting to you guys, because it's exciting to me because it's something different and it's still part of the whole motorsports, you know, genre. And you know, I can appreciate a good race car just like I can appreciate a good off-road rig. So we're having a good time. Another advantage to staying on site was the fact that after 7 p.m., the track went silent. Most of the crews and spectators left for the day, and all the cars were tucked in for the night. While our team was still working hard, if I was able, I'd either walk or snatch a free golf cart and explore around the grounds to get a close-up look at these amazing cars. So the Ferrari Challenge is happening right now in Sonoma, and so it's super loud, but you can see I'm just outside and the race is right there. But I am on security duty for the trailer, so I thought I'd take a second to show you around because no one's in here, and this camper is actually really nice. So from the front door, this is the living area. You've got a full kitchen, big nice fridge, you've got a nice little nook here for your wine and your coffee bar. And there's the hallway. This is the dinette and the living space. Priya is taking full advantage of the couch. This is where the TV would be, but we're using it as our printer area and just kind of office area. But we are making absolute maximum use of this space. This is where I'm staying right now. It's kind of the fill everything in here room until it's, you know, until the end of the day, and I'll take everything off the bed. But this is where all of the girls keep their stuff, all of the guys keep their stuff, and we put all of the stuff out of the way so that we're not tripping on it in the hallway here. But look at all this space. This couch pulls out into a bed. It's super comfy. Tons and tons of storage in here. Go up the stairs. You've got a really nice sized bathroom with a full shower. I used that this morning. It was awesome. And that leads to the other storage room, aka master bedroom.
But yeah, this is a hot mess right now because this is where we literally just throw everything. But look at how much space you have. And I will say, having this shower here has changed my mind a little bit. I'm starting to realize and appreciate having access to a shower again. Oh, it's hot. Let's see if we can see any of these races. Kinda. Not so much. You can see the drone doing its work. But the best part about this whole thing, look who's there, Chalupa. So you can see people are staying on site up there. And we've got parking all the way down to our camper. And there's the event right there and all the drivers. And yeah, it's a really good time. And this is where we're staying. And this is what I'm in charge of protecting. The most important thing is making sure the guys and the gals are fed. They've got drinks that are cold and plenty of Red Bull. And by plenty of Red Bull, let me just show you. We're almost done with, we're halfway done with this. And we still have all this Red Bull. And it probably won't be enough. But you guys, I just cleaned this entire camper because with the amount of traffic that we have coming in and out of here, it gets filthy so fast. So I think I'm gonna sit down for just a second and relax before I pick up my next task. But this is the best view right there.
In the midst of the event, I had a chance to step away from my event responsibilities to drive up to Napa, California and have dinner with some of my family. Napa Valley is famous for its vineyards and wineries, producing some of the finest wines in the world. However, for me, it's where we'd come to visit some of my closest family members. My Aunt Kathy, Uncle Paul, and Cousin Sarah and I met for dinner in the heart of downtown Napa. After a delicious meal, we walked around the Napa River and explored the beautiful town. Napa wasn't always wine country, though. Nathan Coombs laid out the original town site of Napa City in 1847. The initial survey included the land laying between what is now Brown Street and the Napa River. It was a transportation center for travelers of agriculture and commercial and industrial goods. Gold miners spent their winters in Napa, and prices reflected the abundant supply of gold.
The Saturday event has passed and it's like super early and quiet and it's like beautiful and we're seeing all this. We've got the pretty pre here. So we're gonna take advantage of the quiet and the calm and the daylight and do some filming and just explore and not work.
There's the pink one.
Overall, this event was a success. I'm so thankful to have had this opportunity to work with these awesome people, see these amazing cars, and go on a much needed road trip with my girl Chalupa. Being surrounded by friends and working has really helped me overcome these last few months. So cheers to this stage of life.
It really takes a lot of work to put on a production like this, especially at this scale and at this caliber. And it is just a privilege to be a part of this group of people who are putting together the Ferrari challenges at each location that Ferrari puts out each year. All in all, this has been a really awesome experience. I know it hasn't been camper related content necessarily, other than the fact that I'm showing you this really cool fifth wheel that we're renting out for the event. But it is something that's going on in my life, and I wanted to share the ins and outs with you guys. You know, this is sometimes what road life is about, is adapting and finding opportunities when they present themselves for income, and here we are. So it's been really awesome. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I have had so much fun getting to know these new people and seeing the behind the scenes of what a Ferrari challenge looks like, and having the opportunity to see so many cool rigs and meet so many cool people. So I'll be back next week with a new video, but until then, you guys, thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day. Bye.